The pi cycle top indicator. Guys, every single one of you most likely have heard about this indicator, and that's very logical because it has been very accurate in predicting specific tops in the Bitcoin bull market. And in today's video, guys, I want to have a talk about this indicator, what this indicator basically is, what it is telling us, and why it is basically so accurate in predicting the Bitcoin top. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Before we are jumping into this indicator, make sure, as it is the most important thing from the community, to scroll down below this video and smash up that like button, guys. Very much appreciated. Now let's dive into this indicator. Let me first explain you guys what this indicator actually is. The pi cycle top indicator basically are two moving averages. The moving average 350 days times 2 and the moving average of 111 days. And what they basically tell us that whenever the 111 moving average crosses above the longer term moving average, then that is signaling a top in the Bitcoin price. And why is it called pi? Well, if you divide 350 by 111, you almost get the number pi, but it's still quite off, so I don't really understand why they call it pi. I think it's also kind of marketing to use it pi, to call it pi, so it looks more like it's based on math, while it's actually just two simple moving averages, and when they just cross, they signal a top, and it's actually pretty good explainable what's happening right here. So guys, let's just jump straight into it. Let's first have a look at some tops. We got one right here at 2013 and at 2014, and you can see that at 2013 afterwards we still had a couple of days where the price went higher, but it was actually kind of the top and the price corrected. We have right here in close to 2014, at the end of 2013, we also see after Bitcoin topped, shortly after that we got a signal on the pi cycle because the yellow line crosses above the green line. And then comes the next one right here, which is super interesting. That was 2017. This one here, it marked almost exactly the top. So let's zoom in on this one. Then you can see like almost the day that we topped out at 19 point something K, depending on which exchange you are watching, of course. We actually saw that the 111 moving average go above the 350 times 2. So that means the yellow goes above the green, which signaled a top, which actually was also the exact top. And that's when a lot of people start to think like, okay, hey, maybe this brings some significance, right? And the crazy thing is that the next bull market, we also, like one or 2 days before the top at 63K, again, depending on which exchange you are watching, we're getting a crossover of that pi cycle. So this really shows us, guys, the cyclical nature of Bitcoin, because of course the pi cycle, the longer moving average of 350 times 2, that is the long-term moving average, that one takes time to trend up. So it always takes time to trend up, as you can see, because the price action has to trend up as well. So this is a very slow moving average, so to say. And then the 111 moving average, that one is more focused on shorter term time frames. So when on shorter term time frames Bitcoin is accelerating, this thing goes up, right? So we need these high accelerations for it to cross above that green line. So at a certain point when we are seeing that acceleration deep in a bull market, it crosses over the green line, and maybe coincidentally, at every time we are seeing that cross, Bitcoin is stopping. So I think it's very interesting, and I'm definitely going to watch this indicator in the future as well because of its significance in the past. However, I'm still a little bit skeptical about this indicator, but I just think it's really representing the cyclical nature of Bitcoin. And I think it's more a coincidence that these two moving average align at these tops. I think it has more to do with time, because if you, for example, have a look at this example, this was the first Bitcoin top basically that got recorded in 2011. We can see that when the momentum really catches up, we get that topping signal on the pi cycle top indicator, but then we still had some time where the Bitcoin price continued to go up. But again, guys, I think this represents more the cyclical nature of Bitcoin, but nevertheless, it doesn't take away the fact that this is just crazy accurate. And we also have a pi cycle bottom indicator. That one I've put over on this chart. These are also 2 moving averages, and you can see every time the green one goes below the red one, we actually see a pi cycle bottom, which means that the short-term moving average goes below the long-term moving average, the green one. And here you can also see that these 2 times actually Bitcoin saw a bottom, a low, the bear market low, so to say, both at the pi cycle bottoms. And the only one was actually recently when we had that pi cycle bottom, we got it earlier. So a lot of people were actually talking about this. Okay, right now we have seen the low in Bitcoin, we can go up because of this indicator. But what actually happened is we saw another drop in the Bitcoin price, and a lot of people actually didn't expect that. A lot of traders didn't expect that, and especially the traders that were not looking at time, because I think again, time, the cyclical behavior of Bitcoin's price action based on time is more important than these upswings and downswings, because we can also see that the momentum on Bitcoin in this bigger uptrend is slowing down. And what I think is really nice to use to predict these lows and highs is time. And if I bring out these metrics or these drawings that I get over on the chart, then you can also see that this 4-year cycle based on time has been even more accurate. So here we have the 4-year cycle low when red turns to green. Here we have the 4-year cycle low when red turns to green. Those both were called by the pi cycle bottom indicator. But right here we also have from red to green based on time was more accurate than the pi cycle bottom indicator. So I'm also going to put more significance on time during the next bull market, also for topping and bottoming. But if we can see that the pi cycle top indicator coincides with the top that we are looking based on time, then of course that is a extra indicator or extra metric that goes in the basket of indicators that might tell you to take more profits, right? If Bitcoin goes up, let's say we expect Bitcoin to top right here, beginning of 2024, somewhere like that, and we do get a pi cycle cross as exactly at that specific moment, yes, then that would be a moment where you can say like, okay, I'm going to cut 50% of my hodl position. I'm going to take profits because I'm getting a lot of indications that we might see a top. If you want to know, guys, when Bitcoin is going to top based on these time cycles, you can find all of them on whaleportal.com. You just go to whaleportal.com, you click on data, then you click on Bitcoin cycles. And here we have basically a progress bar where you can basically exactly see where in the cycle we are. So on the 4-year cycle, we're right now roughly at the 7th month, right? Takes a couple of years before we top in a regular 4-year cycle. With the 16-year cycle, we are already quite deep into it, and yeah, within a year or something, we are going to reach that topping point, potential topping point. So I think this indicator might be even more important than the pi cycle top and the pi cycle bottom indicator. However, if you would combine these indications, guys, if you would combine it, then they might be extremely powerful. So we got a top on the pi cycle, we are trading in that red area on one of these cycles, depending on which one that you are tracking. And both of them combined might be able to convince you to take out a lot of those profits and unrealized gains, because you need some form of conviction, right? Because most people, when it's stopping, it's one of the most difficult things to do, guys. When money is pouring in every single day to take profits, it's just really difficult. We've all seen that. So yeah, guys, this is basically how you can use the Pi Cycle top indicator. If you want to get a notification whenever this one crosses or whenever we are topping in the 4-year or 16-year cycle, make sure to join WhaleAlerts. WhaleAlerts you can join by joining any of the exchanges down below in the description. Submit your user ID right here, email address and Telegram handle. You will be put into a private Telegram channel where you will get extra information on the markets, but also the times whenever we are seeing this happening and whenever we are seeing Bitcoin topping in the next bull market. That will be a very big part of this group, because one of the main goals of our trading strategy is to really take profits at the right moment during the next bull market and use those profits to pour into different assets to basically prepare for a multi-year long bear market, a multi-year long recession. And it's going to be very difficult because you will get a overload of information during next bull market. You will get a overload of money pouring in every single day when everything is so hyped up. The sentiment around you will be extremely optimistic. So it's very difficult to stay grounded, to stay cool. And that's why we have this private group, because that will be the main goal. Of course, we are also talking about altcoins. We are talking about some trades that we are making on Bitcoin. But the main goal is definitely to take profits at the right time, next bull market, this bull market, and to use those profits for different places to survive a multi-year long bear market and a multi-year long recession. So guys, I would highly suggest you to join WhaleAlerts, join that group. We right now roughly 50 people in there, so it's a very nice community as well. If you are looking for an exchange to trade on, I would say Bitget right now is definitely one of the best exchanges. Not only because they have a higher volume than Bybit and you don't have any KYC, but also because of the trading pairs. Because soon I will launch a video about the altcoins that I'm watching for next bull market. And all of these altcoins you can buy on Bitget and not all of them on Bybit. So I think Bitget is really doing a great job. The maker fees are slightly higher than Bybit, and the amount of users on Bybit, I think, officially are still higher than Bitget, but the volume is already greater on Bitget. So I wouldn't bet on it that the amount of users on Bybit will remain higher than Bitget. I think Bitget can surpass Bybit quite quickly. Especially because they also don't have any mandatory KYC. They made a special promotion, guys, for every single one of you. If you sign up to Bitget with the affiliate link down below this video, or you click right here on view and you click on visit Bitget and you sign up on this exchange, you can get a 10% cashback on your first deposit, a deposit bonus up to 5k, and you will be able to join WhaleAlerts, which of course is the most important thing. So guys, if you're interested in that, make sure to check out everything down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And wish you all a great day and hope to see every single one of you in the next video.